Welcome back, everyone, to iCup StarCraft TV. It'll be your host and caster, iCCup.Face here. You guys have had a lovely past 2 days without some Brood War, without me casting. I sure had. I finally finished up school for up to my February break for my senior year in high school, so I'm pretty pumped up for some Brood War. Of course, right now, the map will be Wind and Cloud, one of the brand new maps that were run to the iCup map pool and the 2.5 update. So, getting a little familiar, fresh taste of the new maps right here. So, this replay origin comes from us from about an hour ago tournament run by iCCup.Face. Right now, this guy's awesome. And in the bottom right-hand corner as the teal Protoss, it will be Wallace from Bulgaria. BG, man, I mean, Team BG, Clan BG, whatever their name is, has been quite a consistent group of people who have gotten into iCup finals. Pretty active bunch of people right now. His opponent, now at the 7 o'clock position on, Wind and Cloud, it will be the Brown Terran Flisk. That's really hard for me to say. Flisk, yeah, Flisk. And we'll see how this goes. Now, this is a DC rank tournament, and Wind of Cloud, I've been practicing a lot on this map. I mean, I'm still like E rank, so I'm again, take what I say with a grain of salt. But this matchup particularly can make it somewhat difficult for Protosses, and the only reason why I say that, or really any aggressive person, really, when you go outside your natural, you have these high ground abilities, and what can really happen is where you as a Protoss player, you'll tend to keep your army out here, so you can probe and stuff, and you can rally units out farther out of your natural, can cause some massive issues because siege takes on the high ground can cause wreckage to your whole army within seconds. So you're really gonna have to get maybe a fast arbiter to really deal with that, or else it's very difficult to deal with. I can tell you that for sure. Now, of course, I have mechanical issues just from the get-go, so yeah. We do not need to hear the same music over twice now. So, Terran, gonna be doing, standard schmanzy stuff right here. Gonna be going for that factory, that quick factory right now. And yes. While Protoss probably going to be doing some kind of 2-gate goon kind of deal right here. Yeah, going to be getting the singularity charge and then probably throwing down a second gateway. Now, did he go for singularity charge before his goon? He must have. Yeah, so he's going for a really quick singularity charge. I'm not sure. I need to actually look at that more, especially because I random, so I need to kind of know that. I believe. I want to say you get a goon out first just in case of some ridiculously early pressure, but like in case of like a BBS or something, at least you'd have a goon out, but whatever. And the factory will be finishing up now as we speak. Fantastic. Oh, what do we have here? Ooh, the goon. Oh no, he did get a goon out. No, never mind. So the goon will be chasing back this SCV right here. And this will just delay the verification of what, Protoss will be dealing with right now. He will have two goons going up right here, but unfortunately, really won't be able to do too much at this point, because the Marines are on the top of the ramp right now, and goons will not have vision of the high ground where the Marines are positioned right now, and it looks like it will be an FD push with the 6 Marines there right now. Gonna be getting up the command center, so yeah, this is looking pretty standard right now. Following it, getting up a second gateway right now, and gonna be going for a robo, so probably obs. Don't really see this as much, I would say. I would generally not say that you would see this a whole lot. Oh, so you're gonna get in here. The goons, if the goons get in there, it's gonna be really annoying. But as you can tell, those shots are hitting the Marines, but actually aren't doing any damage because of the mischance. And yeah, he will be just throwing down the observatory. But these goons are being really annoying right now. Fliss doing an amazing job so far. Wallace, excuse me, is doing an amazing job so far. Just going in there, just poking a little bit. Haven't killed anything, but it makes it look special and awesome like that. And these goons are being very aggressive. Wallace is really getting in there. And maybe he won't actually go for an FD push. The machine with the siege mode, if you go siege mode, it doesn't actually help you with an FD push. It will actually just slow down your push if you're worried to go hit with 2 tanks, because the goons will just be able to run in there with their speed and do stuff. And also, tanks actually have higher DPS when unsieged, believe it or not, on single units. And whereas the goons are going to be much more spread out right now than when where they're all clumped up when you have like 24 of them, or 30 plus goons, they're going to be clumped up. You're not going to be able to micro them as positionally as in the early game. Yeah. But anyway, turrets going up. Just making it extra safe right here. Now, we do have a quick double expand coming out of Protoss right now. So despite going for the early robo, which did delay his natural, he will be just double expanding to follow this up with. I don't think Terran rather, is going to be pushing out too soon. Unless this was going to be some kind of fake build off of, taking a natural, but really, that would be kind of really ridiculous and probably wouldn't happen. Probably would not happen. And also, this is the best of 3. And yeah, so I'm going to be very interested on how Terran is going to go about this map. Now, these maps are ridiculously new. Unless these players did participate in the Brood War something open. It was the Brood War maps. I think it's Brood War. I think it's BWMW. MN maybe BWMN open tour run by Legendary on Team Liquid. He actually, these maps are actually on iCup probably because of that. These maps did get a lot of exposure from that tournament, and thus far we're going to be adding more maps to iCup, which is really, really nice to have happen. Unfortunately, I don't think these new maps are going to be able to break the never-ending fighting spirit map, but whatever. We do our best at iCup, right? We'll be throwing down to Forge and just getting. Protoss isn't doing anything particularly interesting right now. He did decide to go through the 3 pylons right here, and it's actually looking very similar to my game actually that I just played. I just went for like a 1 gate expand than anything else, but anyway. Yeah, gonna be getting this Forge. This is actually really similar to what I just played. I've been practicing a bit more so I can understand this game more. Because being a player always helps understanding the game, right? I hope so, right? Now gonna be getting up the cannon right now. This Vulture, these 2 Vultures might be able to actually cancel off that cannon before it finishes. Cannons do take quite some time to go up right here. But they will not be able to break down these pylons anytime soon right now. Now, Protoss is going to be positioning himself outside the Terran natural. And we're going to have vehicle weapons. Okay, so Terran going up to 5 facts. Alright then. And we'll see if he's going to try to take a quick third, or... Because that third is... I'm looking at this. Actually, for Terran, I wouldn't actually say that difficult. Because if you just position your army up here, I think you should be okay, but that third is a little bit further away than Terrans would like, especially if you're in that fighting spirit mentality. So we'll see if he's going to be able to claim a third relatively quickly, and how he's going to defend it as well. These are new maps. This is the first time I'm actually ever seeing, as I didn't really actively watch the open tournament with all these maps in it. So I'm actually, I'm very interested in how this will play out. In terms of Terran defending their third, because that's really, that's what really makes a really powerful Terran. Look at this, hiding the SCV up in the third right now, as Protoss looks like he may be kind of trying to check it right now. Now, Terran is starting to rally and group up his units right here, so he may start pushing. And we'll see if he's going to be able to, deal with this. These goons are on the high ground, keep in mind, but mech is fairly difficult to break down, and this is a pure goon army. If the mines go off right here, but will the goons come from the north and be able to do the damage that they need to do? Oh, man. Oh, man. They're just coming along. And it looks like the goons have repositioned, wasn't able to do that pincer attack. Now Terran has going to be following up with an expansion behind all this right here. That's a lot of goons right there, but he has the Zealots right there. Takes it on the high ground, keep in mind right here. We'll see if this will be effective enough. And this is very reminiscent. I don't think there's going to be enough for Protoss to break through this, unfortunately. And this is why this map is so difficult. It's these little ridges right here that can make it so difficult for Protoss to engage. And yeah. So Terran might be slightly favored in this matchup. I would say, essentially. Alright, but hold on. They're going to be sieging up right here. We'll see if the Protoss fleet can do enough damage right here. Ooh, nice Mind Strike onto the tanks right now. Will this be sufficient damage? It looks like that just might be enough. The tanks are now naked, but it looks like it just barely will not be enough. And Terran looks like, will he continue to reinforce here? Yes, it looks like he will. Trying to set up this nasty contain right here, if possible. But look how many speed lots are coming out right now, charging away. Trying to cling to their opponent right now. Going here. Vultures are quickly dying. Tanks are quickly dying right here, despite... Ooh, but this high ground, again, proving to be super effective. And these tanks seem nearly impossible to kill off at this time. Goons are now just rallying to their death. He's going to have to get those Zealots in there and cling to do some damage right there. One tank will finally go down. More Vultures are starting to streamline in right now. But this is actually... This is excellent for Terran. Has been able to establish his third after this aggression. And it looks like he actually may continue to be able to set up this contain right now. Now, Protoss still is off of 4 base, keep in mind. And Terran will not be able to break the natural by any means right now. So Protoss, I would imagine would be able to push out of this soon if he just waits. But more Vultures are on the way, putting down some more mines. Terran, on the other hand, has established his third right now. Not getting his third gas right away, though. All right. More mines are being set down at this time. We do have a Vulture harass going up over here at the fourth right now. Only getting about 4 probes right there, but that's unfortunate because really that 4th base would have helped really well. I'm trying to think of the word, but I can't think of it. And now at this time, with Terran spreading out his mech army, this will be much exponentially easier for Protoss to come out right here, and you'll just see that happen right now. There's not that many tanks. They're really weak as well, and these goons should have really no trouble to deal with this right now. Unfortunately, he's losing a lot of his mineral line right here. These Vultures are doing massive damage. The goons coming from the left, now cleaning up the tanks on the high ground, though. That is benefit as Terran is on the low ground right now, but he's kind of lost his entire mineral line to these 6 Vultures right now, and he's continuing to lose his 4th. Protoss is in a bit of trouble right now. He has killed off Terran, but Terran has a decent amount of forces back up at home to probably help defend right here. What Protoss is probably going to look to do is probably kill off that 3rd, as it's really the really only opening that Terran... It's the only opening that Protoss has right now, as Terran's probably going to have a difficult time defending it. But, I mean, this is a huge-ass army. I mean, that's a lot of tanks. If he positions himself in such a way, but it looks like the goons are going to be coming, looping around from the south right now. Terran's going to be going to the north. These goons are going to try to come to the natural. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be able to do enough damage. And is he just going to pin through this Protoss army? That could be very possible. These Zealots could be killed off before they can even join the army right now. Tanks are sieging up right now. This is going to make it very difficult without an Arbiter tech right now. There's so much stuff going on the screen right now. These goons trying to do what they can. An SCV, 2 SCVs are killing off that goon right now. So much stuff is happening on screen now, but pretty much dead Protoss is really all you need to know if you can't view what's happening. If you don't understand what's happening. And good game so far. We have 3 speed obs just chilling over the Terran army. And now getting up EMP, but I don't think we have Arbiter tech. Yeah, well, no, there it is. He does have Arbiter tech, The question now becomes, does he have an Arbiter? He's just started that. That is going to be a very long time before we can actually get that up. And again, I mean, if Terran plays this out correctly with, with these high grounds over his bases, I mean, stasis can be very difficult to actually pull off if a Terran is going to be smart and pull their tanks out in, different subgroups. As really, you can kind of just turtle on 3 base, almost as effectively on Fighting Spirit as here, actually, when I think about it. Because how does Protoss engage? They're on the low ground, and they're going to have to come up from the low ground onto this high ground anyway. So we'll see if that will work. Terran's going to be pressuring here again, right over the natural, and this is going to hurt quite bad right now. That is, what, maybe 18 tanks? No, that is a dozen tanks right there. That is a dozen tanks. This mineral line's in a lot of trouble. Quickly trying to pull off as many probes as can, putting up spider mines north of this army right now. Now just researching Stasis Field. Where is the Protoss army? Protoss now will be, what's he going to be trying to do? He's going to try to flank down this aisle. No, what's he planning? Is he going to go for a base trade scenario? That might be his only option, as he's completely caught out of position right here, and this mech arm is going to be so hard to kill off right here. But he has a decent amount of units in his main base, though we do have an EMP, but these Zealots are clinging on to the tanks, doing massive damage. The goons are going to be coming in here, but there's so many vultures with so many mines. So many vultures just died from their own mines right now. Will Terran have enough to defend back at home? We shall see. At the same time, he's just kind of stuck on the ramp right here, auto-attacking. But I believe there should be enough, and look at this, getting the tanks on the high ground will be super helpful right in this scenario, and pulling out the SCVs, and this army should be killed off right here. Terran advancing in the main production capabilities of Protoss right now, and things are not looking too good for Wallace right now, unfortunately. Goodbye, Protoss. Oh, looks like this. We're going to have a little bit of a harassment happening over here at the 9 rather. Or at the third base rather. GG by Wallace, making it this map. I would hypothesize a very Terran favored map if we were to get further statistics on this map. I would say Terran would probably have higher dominance over Protoss, as you could see why. But anyway, this was that map. This was entertaining, refreshing. New maps are awesome. Now we're going to jump into game number 2. I believe that is Renaissance. That is a 2-player map, so we'll be back momentarily, guys. Thanks for watching the iCup StarCraft TV. Thanks for iCCup.Face for running this amazing tournament. Thank you to our finalists, Wallace and Flisk. 2 amazing players. And, yeah, give them a round of applause, guys. Woo! Yeah. All right, guys, iCCup.Face signing out. We'll be back for game number 2 momentarily. Peace.